Which credit bureau is the most important? And the answer we give may shock you, or you may already know the answer. What up? You got Mr. Smith, point five of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and in this brief video, I want to give you which bureau is the most important. And of the bureaus I'm referring to, because there are several other ones outside of the main ones, and the main three is Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. But of those three, which is the most important? Glad you asked. Listen, as it relates to the bureaus, what you got to understand is they are all of high importance. Now, I will say this. Some people prefer, or certain entities prefer to pull from certain bureaus. And in your mind, you might say, well, you know, the one that's the most important is the one that gets pulled from the most. And I would just say, yeah, I understand that rationale, that way of thinking, but all three are of importance. So you don't want to lighten up on one just because the other one is possibly going to be the one to be pulled from. You can leverage that to your advantage at some point, but you want to take care of all three because different entities pull for different ones at different times for different reasons. And that being said, and some only pull from one. So that being said, you want to make sure you're cleaning your credit and having your credit on point all across the board. Now, your scores typically don't match. It's rare that I see the scores matching all across the board. One might be 700, one might be 690, one might be 740. It just varies depending on who's all reporting to that credit bureau, and the thickness of that profile will determine the height or the lack thereof in your score. So if you have a lot of good reporting to TransUnion, then that TransUnion score is going to possibly be higher. If you got a lot of things report negatively on Experian, then it will reflect on your score as well. So take care of them all. They all are of high importance. Don't limit it to thinking about just one or the other. You want all of them to be in tip-top shape. In fact, I love it when companies report to all three bureaus, due to the fact that it allows me to kill three birds with one stone. I don't like to use that cliche, but the fact of the matter is, if I pay one bill on time and they report to all three bureaus, then I just effectively helped all three bureaus at the same time. If I have a credit card that reports to all three bureaus and I lower their utilization below 10% as we recommend, then I just effectively helped all three bureaus at the same time. So don't get upset if you see they report to all three bureaus. That's actually a good thing if you use it to your benefit, because sometimes you can be doing all of this work to one thing and it's only reporting to one bureau and you see it benefiting but not the other two. And that's just how it works. Sometimes that's what it is, but you want to make sure you show love to all three bureaus. Do not neglect any of those three bureaus because they all play a vital role in your credit score. That's all I got. Mr. Smith, signing out.